Hi, ladies. Welcome to day one of the Fearless Goal Crushing Challenge. Today is about setting your intention and keeping your eyes on the prize. So the way this is going to work is every day at this time, 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, I am going to go live and I'll do a little bit of teaching and then we'll have some time for Q&A at the end. And so if you do have questions, write them down. And then I'll ask you to put them in the comments towards the end. And we are using the hashtag Fearless Goal Crusher for this challenge. If you haven't registered for the challenge, we'll also put the registration link in there. And what this is going to give you are reminders before the challenge. It'll give you the link. And also you will have the link for the homework that's going to come, a worksheet every day. And don't worry about that. I'm going to tell you about that before we end today. And it's super easy, but it's another tool to help you advance to make the progress that you've been wanting to make, that fear has maybe been holding you back from. So also, if you don't get to watch this live every day, they will be recorded. They will remain here in the Facebook group, as well as the worksheets will be here too. And they will also be on a playlist in YouTube for the Courageous Chicks channel. And it will be a playlist specific for this challenge. So thank you so much for joining. They say that we teach what we need to learn and remember ourselves. So I have really enjoyed studying for this particular challenge and learning some new things myself. And I'm so excited to share this with you and just see what you're going to accomplish by the end of the week. So today is about setting your intention. And an intention is a specific decision that you make about how you're going to show up for something. So decide how you're going to participate this week. Are you going to make it a goal to attend live every day and complete the worksheet of the day? Are you going to at least make a commitment to watch the videos when you can? Decide what your intention is for how you're going to show up this week in participating in the challenge. You signed up for this for a reason, which to me tells me that you have a huge goal that you want to accomplish. And the world needs you to do that. So let's figure out how to get fear out of the way, because it's not going away, and I'll talk about that in a minute, and get you on the road to accomplishing your goal. So set your intention for the week. How are you going to show up? One of the things that I have heard an analogy about fear that I think, for me, I really like visual. So it helps me visualize this, is that think about if you're trying something new, if you are stretching yourself, if you're wanting to achieve a goal, you're going to experience the sensations of fear and maybe other things as well. But it doesn't have to control what you're doing. So think of fear as being in the back seat of your car. So it doesn't get to touch the steering wheel. It doesn't get to change the radio stations. It doesn't get to tell you where you're going. You are in control. And it's going to be along for the ride, but you get to make the rules and you get to decide where you're going and how you're going to get there. So for me, that's really been helpful to think about. I have choices about how I show up and allow fear to participate in my life. So set your intention for the week. Type it in the comments below. It's important to share these things so that it really makes it more real. And I completely understand that even just sharing your intention in the comments might bring up some of those feelings of fear. That's okay. We're going to work through that this week. So I believe the fundamental thing that you can do for any change that's going to happen in your life is to really understand your mindset, where you're at, and knowing that you have possibilities and you have things that you can do to manage your mindset. And fear is just one part of that particular thing. The other aspect I think was really important to help us manage fear is understanding what your big why is. So you have a goal you want to achieve. Maybe you have many goals that you want to achieve. And knowing why you want to achieve that, sort of what's your bigger vision, is really going to help you bring things back in alignment when fear starts to get bossy and starts to be a backseat driver. Knowing why you are doing something is going to really help you keep in alignment to stay on your goals and to really sort of keep in touch with what you want to do. So think about the goal that you want to accomplish, and then what's the bigger reason why you want to do that? Why is that so important to you? Maybe it's something that's really going to benefit you or your family or others. And keeping that in mind while you're working on your goal and these sensations of fear are going to come up will really help you keep in alignment and keep on track for that. So also, research shows that the more specific you can be in defining your intentions and setting your goals, writing them down and sharing them, the much higher likelihood you're going to have to accomplish the goals. So I would love to see the goals in the comments, what it is that you've been wanting to accomplish that fear has been playing a role in maybe getting you off track or keeping you from making some of those big steps. And we're going to be working on some action steps this week for making progress on your goal, as well as learning some strategies for how to manage the fear. So I'd love to see the goals that you ladies are working on that you really want to accomplish so that I can support and encourage you. So be bold, step out there, post your goals in the comments, especially if you're watching this on the replay too. You don't get off the hook. You can put your goals in the comments there so that everybody else can see them and support you. This is really a community of women that is intended to just connect and be courageous together, support each other for the goals that we want to accomplish. So one of the big roots of fear, and to me this was just it's kind of simple, but once I understood it and really thought about fear in this way, it really helped me sort of be able to, when fear comes up, to sort of flip the switch over and not really allow it to take over. So the root of fear a lot of our times, or most of the times, is that we think that whatever happens, we won't be able to handle it. That if we try something and it does not go well, then whatever the result of that is, we think that we're not going to be able to handle it. And so let me give you an example. Let's say you want to write a book, but you have told yourself this story in your head about it's not going to be very good. Nobody will buy it. I might get bad reviews. People might laugh at me. So you've told yourself these things. And what I like to say is you've allowed that virtual reality in your head to become the actual reality for you. And you think that if you write a book and any of those things happen, you won't be able to handle it. And so let's take another example. Maybe you are applying for a new position and you want to go for a promotion. So you're thinking about, well, what if I don't get picked? Or, what if I embarrass myself in the interview? Or what if I do get chosen and I can't handle the job? So all of these manifestations of these ideas have come about in your head, and you think if those things happen, you won't be able to handle it. And that's really the root cause so much of our fear. But the reality is, if you are on this planet and you are breathing, you can handle it. You have handled every single thing in your life up till now. And of course, we can look back and say, I could have done that better. And we should do that and assess some things, but we can't live in the past. And so what you can do, though, is you can look back at some of those really challenging situations you had in your life, and you can know that you have handled it. And so when something comes up for you, you get that sensation, that when you're trying to do something new, you're making progress on your goal, and you tell yourself, well, if this happens, I'm not going to be able to handle it. Try to flip that switch more quickly and remind yourself that in the past, you have handled every single thing in your life up to this point. You have. And so you have within you the power to do this. You can do it. So that is one of the main things that I think has been so powerful in learning about how to manage fear effectively, is to understand that we think we can't handle these things, but in reality, we can. We have the power. And there's lots of ways we're going to talk about this week to make that happen. So we've talked about setting your intention, decide how you're going to show up this week for the challenge. Totally fine if you can't be on live. The replays will be there after the end of the week as well. Put your goal that you want to accomplish in the comments. I'd love to see everybody type out their goal here and really take a step forward about stating what it is you want, stating what it is that you desire. You are worth it. You deserve it. So be bold and type your goal in the comments, what it is, that big thing that you really want to accomplish, or many of them. Just keep typing away. So this week we're going to learn some skills. I'd also recommend, if you work well with a support system, get an accountability partner to do this with you. And if you don't have somebody, tag somebody in the group, or just post in the group, the Courageous Chicks Facebook group, that you would like to have an accountability partner to help support each other as you go through this week, to watch the videos, fill out the worksheets, and really support each other as we go through the challenge this week. So every day, if you haven't signed up, I will put the link in the comments below for the registration so that you can get the reminders for the live. The videos will remain in the Facebook group, and they will be in the Courageous Chicks channel on YouTube. And the worksheets will also be coming in email to you if you have signed up, if you have registered for the challenge. So they'll come in about probably within the next hour, and they're super easy to do. They're one page, and it's just an additional tool to help you really solidify some of your learning this week. So if you know other women that could benefit from this challenge that haven't signed up yet, please share it. They can still register the entire time. And I'd love to just hear some comments back from you about how this is going, what's coming up for you. What is it that has been holding you back? And I bet that if you put your comments out there and if you share, one of the things that you'll discover is that you're not alone by any stretch of the imagination. If you are trying to do something new, if you're trying to grow, if you're trying to achieve a goal, you're going to be experiencing these sensations, this fear. And so many people do it. And so my goal is to connect us so that we can support each other and we can achieve these goals, because we deserve it. People need us to do this. Think about what it would mean for yourself if you were able to accomplish the goal that you really wanted. How is that going to be a role model? How is that going to maybe give others permission to step out of their comfort zone and sort of overcome the fear that they're going to have? And I apologize, we have a phone call coming in. That's the beauties of live video. So if you've registered, be on the lookout for the homework to come in. I would love to take some questions if you have time for some questions at the end. And if I'm not able to get to all of the questions live, or if they're applicable to other days this week for the additional topics, I'll be able to answer those as well. So Joyce, thank you so much for being brave. I'm so proud of you for putting your intention and your goals in there, and we really want to support you. And I'm just so excited for you to be able to take those steps this week and be able to achieve your goals. And again, what it's going to mean for you and for others that you do so. And so we're so excited to hear about your goal. Thank you again for posting it there. And would love to see everybody else's goals. Let's support Joyce. Let's support each other as we go forward this week and learn these strategies to overcome the fear and really step out and do. The world needs us women to step into our power and our purpose and really accomplish these goals. I just believe that from the bottom of my heart. So much good is going to happen if we come together as women and connect and collaborate, and we can really solve some of the problems that we have in the world today. So thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited for this challenge. I'm just so appreciative that you have signed up. And again, look for the homework. I will put the link in there if you have not registered so that you can get all of the updates. And I thank you again for watching. So I'll see you tomorrow.